Hey, it's Elliot, and I want to keep today's video very short and explain to you if the Forex market will ever crash. Now, as many of you know, I've specialized in trading FX, and the first thing to notice, there's a big difference between trading and investing. Trading is getting in and out. Investing is literally putting money in and just leaving it for the long term. Now, generally people invest rather in the stock market, rather than the Forex market, because the stock market provides value, creates value. When you invest in a company, that company is doing some work. That company is gathering the brightest minds on earth in order to create value, okay? So you are receiving dividends. However, a currency does not create anything. So you're just buying something which is not doing anything. So yes, that's the first thing to note. So now when we talk about a crash, I think it's very important to know the difference between FX, so Forex, and equities. So the first thing to note is that equities, so shares, Apple, Microsoft, etc., are much more speculative than FX, okay? FX is used a lot by institutions, but just to move money around. As you know, it's just the currencies itself. So if you tomorrow travel to Japan, you will need Japanese yen. So the reason you are buying Japanese yen is not only speculative. You're not buying Japanese yen because you'll think it will have a higher price next week. No, you are buying because you need to. And most FX transactions are being done this way. And this is actually what we call commercial. And this is why the FX market is so big. So you will see so many traders saying that the Forex market is worth 5 trillion a day, which is true, but it's not 5 trillion of speculative trading, okay? It's just 5 trillion of turnaround. Now, one other thing, as I said, is that there is 5 trillion going through the FX market every single day. So it's a much more liquid market than equities. So the volume is much more present. And overall, it's a market that is functioning better than equities. It's a market that is more transparent than equities, okay? There's no private institutions behind, it's only central banks. So that means that unlike equities, FX currency are not generally super overvalued or super undervalued against what they are really worth. Simply because the fact that this market is much more transparent, more regulated, more liquid, and less speculative means that it's less prone for a crash, simply because the asset is generally well priced. Now, probably the most important aspect when we ask ourselves if the Forex market will ever crash is first of all understanding how this one works. And the FX market, unlike equities, unlike commodities, works in pairs. So whenever you go ahead and buy a currency, you need to sell another currency in order to buy it. So if we look at the pair euro-dollar and you want to buy this, essentially what you are doing is you are buying some euros by selling some dollars, okay? Now, if you want to short sell euro-dollar, what you are doing is selling some euros and buying some dollars. So you need to think of it as a scale. On one side, there is the base currency and the quote currency. So if, let's say, we have our euro and we have our dollar, and euro is going up and dollar's not moving, euro-dollar will of course go up. Now, if the dollar goes up, euro-dollar is actually going down, okay? Because it's one against another. So it's always just like a game of scales. So this is why the Forex market in its globality cannot crash, because one currency is always compared to another one. So if the euro crashed and the dollar crashed, with the game of the scales, the price will actually not move because they are both equally valued. Now, the only thing that can crash is if we see one single currency crash. So in our case, if the euro crashes, yes, for sure, the chart of euro-dollar will go down. However, if you are buying dollars, on your side, it will seem like the dollar rallied against the euro. So that's why I'm saying that the Forex market, as we say it, cannot crash. It's just impossible, unlike equities. So I hope you found this video useful. I tried to keep it super simple, super easy to understand. If you have any questions regarding FX, trading, investing, also, you can send me a message directly on Instagram or simply comment down below on this video. Now remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I post videos every Sunday on finance, investing, trading, etc. It was Elliot, and have a great rest of your day. Peace.